into a basketball season. So now I know, like, okay, in order for me to be able to be dominant in the third round, and if we get past the Western Conference Final to go to the finals, I got to train like I'm gonna go to the playoffs. So I can't be missing training days. I can't take days off. I can't, you know what I mean? I got to be ready. So now I know what it takes. I'll be ready. But I just told them, like, y'all know that we're gonna be right back in the same
Yep.
position next year. So y'all know how y'all need to train to get ready, and include myself, like, you know, because we trained this year as if we was gonna just play 82 games, maybe one round of the playoffs. We didn't know we was gonna go this far, so we didn't train like it this summer. I know nobody did, especially myself. So I think this summer is gonna be huge for all of us because we know what type of team we got and we know what we're capable of. So we need to train like we know what we're gonna do.
Playing together, trusting the process through the ebbs and flows of the seasons and all the adversity, we found a way to always stick together and move forward together. So disappointed for us, we worked hard, obviously didn't get the result we wanted. To just see how much love these fans have given us and how much excitement we've given them in this playoff run as well in this season. It brings joy to me because, like I said, I've seen the other side of it. So I think that's what makes this so disappointing. These fans deserve a chance to see the finals. I think this team, as well, of course, we feel that we deserve that we put the work in, but these fans, after all these years, they've given us so much this playoff run this season. It hurts when you feel you let them down.
So the Minnesota Timberwolves obviously go home, and what I saw there were two people that they have two different outlooks on this loss. You have Anthony Edwards, who is talking about, we know what we need to do now moving forward. He said it's his first time making a deep playoff run like this, obviously, which is true. But now learning from that, and like he said, training to prepare to go that far into the playoffs. Training expecting to make it to the NBA Finals. And even admitted that no one, especially himself, had trained hard enough to go that far. And he had specifically said if he wants to be dominant in the third and in the Western Conference Finals and in the NBA Finals, he needs to train a certain way. That sounds like someone that's hungry. That sounds like someone that's taking accountability. That sounds like someone that is looking for the challenge, but more importantly, someone that knows and understands that in order to get to that point, that they need to work for it. On the other side, we heard Karl Anthony Towns say things like, deserved.
Together and so disappointed.
He kept talking about how disappointed he was because of this, that how proud he was of how hard everyone worked all year. He said the complete opposite of what Anthony Edwards was saying. He said that he thinks the work that they put in was more than enough to get to the NBA Finals. In fact, they deserved it, even though they lost in 5 games. That sounds like a person that's not taking accountability. This sounds like the person that said, I've been shooting 1,500 shots every day. This sounds like a person that, for lack of a better word, it feels privileged to this situation. And it's as if he feels that way because Oh, he's lost so much in Minnesota that now it's his turn to finally win. He's paid his dues by losing. No, bro. That's not how it works. Losing a bunch of times doesn't all of a sudden mean you win. You got to win a bunch of times first before you really win. And I know he mentioned training at some point in his press conference, but the difference in mentality going into next year, the fact that Anthony Edwards is excited because he knows that with how hard they trained, they made it this far. And if they train harder, they get better, they can make it to the NBA Finals. And it sounds like Karl Anthony Towns is still stuck on, oh, if we could have hit a couple shots here and there. Oh, if I would have played better here and there. We were good enough to make it to the NBA Finals. And yeah, you were in contention, but you still fell short, buddy. And you need to take a hard look in the mirror, because it's not about your jump shot. It's not about are you the best shooting big man ever? It's about how can you dominate as a 7-foot tall big man. And I think he's yet to answer those questions. Anthony Edwards said he's looking to be dominant. And moving forward, not that they have to make a change per se. However, I do think they need to fix this Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns thing. You can't move Rudy Gobert because Karl Anthony Towns gets in foul trouble. He doesn't put the other team in foul trouble. He's not a dominant paint player. And Rudy Gobert, he's a great help side defender, so he's able to plug a lot of holes that, these guys leave when they get to the paint. But in terms of one-on-one, we've seen him get targeted over and over and over again. And so, I don't see that changing. He's only going to get older. How does their defense look next year? They've been exposed a little bit. How does Anthony Edwards improve next year? Will we see him posting up more? Will we see Karl Anthony Towns posting up more? Will we see more Naz Reid in the game? How is this going to work out, right?